Hey everybody, today is an exciting day. I am stoked because today is Community Planting Day. We, from time to time, bring together our community of friends and mentors and humans who want to be more connected to the earth, and we do what we call a Permaculture Blitz. And it's not work, this is fun. This is a good respite from the city and an opportunity to just relax into nature. There's so many healthy benefits from just working in the soil and being with others. I mean, look at the kids here having fun, and really all these adults are just big kids anyway. I mean, think about the inherent relationship that we have to nature from when you're a kid. You already have an instinct to design and shape the earth and start to play in the soil. And this is just an extension of that childhood playfulness. Okay, everybody, could you please gather around for a moment? Come on down. Okay, well, first of all, thank you all for showing up. This makes me so happy to see community gathering to help us bring this part of Kinstugi back to life with medicinals and food and all the good stuff that the earth has to offer. I'm going to introduce you to Michael, whose company is Symbiosis, and I brought Michael in to actually lead the charge. He's the maestro of this permaculture project. So he's going to tell you a little bit about what we're doing here.
Thank you guys so much for coming out. The goal here is to fill this space with pollinators, medicinals, and edible plants so that everywhere that you turn, you're gonna see either a butterfly or a hummingbird or a bee or something you can eat or something you can make medicine out of. So the whole landscape is functional and it's highly adapted to our climate, even as it ebbs and flows through drought and flood and heat and cold. We've made a lot of really careful plant selections and placements, and we've built these terraces. It's been a lot of work, and we're so happy to celebrate that work with you guys and to get these plants in the ground.
This is a wonderful time to be planting because all of the energy that was above ground in the shoots and the fruits and the leaves all summer long is now shifting down back under the roots, and we're moving into more of that digestive process. So this is a great time for planting all of these. Some of them may die back a little bit during the winter, but most of the energy is going to be under the ground. It's going to be digesting. That's why all this biochar and liquid amendments and beneficial bacteria and fungi that we're all putting together in that underground community. It's the perfect time for all of it.
I mean, so much of community goes back to shared resources, and I think to include the land in that equation, that's the backdrop for all the connection.
Well, I feel like we're participating very directly in the cycle of life, getting my hands into it and being here with other people. We're like participating directly in a complete transformation of this ecosystem.
Have you been to a planting party before?
Never in my life. I've planted before, but it wasn't this fun.
I actually don't think I've been to a planting party before. It just feels natural.
I wanted some culinary herbs like dill and basil and rosemary and things like that, so we could easily just like pull and cook. But then there's also some medicinals, like there's some salvias, there's some bee balm, there's some lemon balm for cheese.
Jordan really had a lot of interest in medicinal plants and rare, unusual medicinals. Yeah, I'm pretty excited to see what all happens. I mean, I'd say like 80% of it, I'm very confident that it's going to do well, and then 20% of it is kind of experimental. So this is biochar and a special product called BioCoat Gold, and that's going to give this a really great microbial community. Pretty good root system. It's not root bound, but see how it's holding the soil together? So that's good. If it falls apart, then it's not very well rooted, but we don't want the roots to continue circling, so I'm just going to, in this case, I'm just going to loosen them up a little bit. I like to firm it in just to help create good contact and eliminate any air pockets that are going to cause the roots to dry out and desiccate.
Okay, we are here with Adam Russell, co-owner of Symbiosis, and he's going to explain this awesome device here.
This particular flow form basin is modeled after the aortic valve of the human heart. and it has 3 chambers. First chamber forces a lot of oxygen into the fluid. The second chamber creates this laminar flow, this figure-8 pattern where it aligns all of the oxygen. And then the last chamber is this vortex. It pulses back and forth and it shoves those oxygen bubbles smaller and smaller and smaller so that it really gets its highest oxygenation possible.
So what are we doing? Are we making this concoction to spray onto the plants?
We can just put it in these backpack sprayers and then just spray each plant when we're done so that we just inoculate those bacteria into the system.
I don't know if you've contemplated it, but what does EarthSpeed mean to you?
You know, I'm really glad you asked that, because when I first hear it, I think, oh, that's lovely. That's like slowing down to the speed of Earth. But at the same time, especially thinking about it through a biodynamic context, Earth is a whizzing cosmic object spinning at incredible velocities through vast amounts of space, circling the sun as it moves through the Milky Way galaxy, which is moving at who knows how fast. And so Earth speed is the fastest we can possibly go. And so on one side, it's this like soothing, calming, earthy, grounded feel. But on the other, it's like, we're on this wild ride, spaceship Earth, and if we don't kind of tweak what we're doing, we're gonna get just hucked right off of this thing. It seems like we all have a little piece to play, and we're playing at Earth speed.
Let's go ahead and close our eyes, and I want you to think of a earliest memory of yours where you feel the most connected to nature, and don't speak it out, just feel it through your heart. I want you to take that memory and I want you to put that down into the soil and let that go through your hands into each other, and becoming aware that we are nature responding to nature.
Thank you, everyone. Woo! Get to work. Get ready to work. Now, I'm one of the community. I'm part of the team.